Got so many essays. Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P.
Next idiot asked me, is getting this speed worse than Diddy did.
I never made a call to Diddy. I got Diddy's number. Just hit him up. Yo, Diddy, what up? Never happened.
He told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what you just said?
Woo. This is a tight one. And the winner is Eminem, the Eminem Show.
Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he? Yep.
Put out a hits the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out like a pop. I'm Diddy's side dude.
What the hold on, wait. I'm Diddy's side dude. Oh, I'm still East Side, bitch.
For nearly 30 years, Sean Diddy Combs dominated hip-hop through influence, pressure, and silence. Artists fell in line, egos were checked, and most people knew better than to cross him. The bad boy empire thrived on power and fear, but there was one major exception. One rapper who never bowed, never backed down, and never stopped taking shots. Eminem openly dissed Diddy for years, called him out by name, and refused to play by industry rules. And through all of it, Diddy never responded. No public retaliation, no diss records, just silence. And that silence speaks louder than any reply. Stay with us because the connections we're about to draw completely change how this story has been understood for years.
When they would look and go, oh, why he sold more records than the rest? Because he's white.
You know, and you could put either one. You could get whoever you feel like is the best black artist and stand them face to face in a room with him, and he will eat that alive.
Did y'all really call Interscope to try to shelve this?
No, I never made a call to Diddy. Really? Yeah. I got Diddy's number. Just hit him up. Yo, Diddy, what up? Never happened.
Come on, Playboy. 50 Cent.
When Diddy calls you with love and your biceps are shining.
Like I always want to do stuff that when we're doing stuff from music that fits it reminds you of the, who's this guy?
What makes Eminem's position even more striking is the timing. When he entered hip-hop, Diddy was already one of the most powerful figures in the industry. Bad Boy Records was the label everyone wanted except Eminem. Instead, he chose a separate path, signing with Dr. Dre at Aftermath Records and building his career completely outside Diddy's orbit. That distance wasn't accidental. It was intentional, and it shaped everything that followed.
Nobody got no beef with Eminem. I'm not even gonna say nothing bad about Eminem, because way too much stuff rhymes with rock.
It's kind of like picking names out of a hat, and if your name rhymes with something good, you know what I mean?
Eminem don't even like his own mama, so Lord knows what he'll say about your black.
I stayed away from the white dude because you don't even want a war with Eminem. He crazy.
You could put whoever you feel like is the best black artist and stand them face to face in a room with him, and he will eat that alive. That meatloaf.
He still is who he is. Don't get it.
You freak the f out of me. Oh my God.
For 22 years, every time I do an interview, they ask me about Eminem. So, you want me to do?
I enjoy his music, but he scared me.
What makes this even more surprising is how connected Diddy was. His circle included politicians, billionaires, celebrities, and rap legends. Even 50 Cent once stood beside him before their relationship turned hostile. Yet out of everyone in the industry, Eminem kept the most distance. He wanted nothing to do with Diddy's world. Not in the 90s, not in the 2000s, and not at any point in his career.
You follow Eminem on Instagram, but he doesn't follow anyone.
Right.
Does that bother you?
No. He's the biggest rap artist in the world. You don't have to follow him. You don't need. I follow him because I want to keep up with what he's doing.
Do you wish that he followed you?
No, he texts me personally.
When Eminem was just starting out, Diddy was already the most powerful businessman in hip-hop. Bad Boy Records was the dream destination for most artists, but Eminem wanted no part of it. Instead, he chose a completely different road, signing with Dr. Dre at Aftermath Records. That decision changed everything. While others chased status and power, Eminem focused on skill, independence, and creative control. Together with Dre, he began rewriting rap history. What's especially wild is that Eminem didn't wait until he was famous to challenge powerful figures. Even before mainstream success, he took an early shot at Diddy back in 1996 on the track Epponing Crazy. It wasn't loud or flashy, but it was there, a subtle warning that this Detroit rapper wasn't afraid of anyone. And Diddy wasn't the only heavyweight Eminem refused to fear. Around the same time, he also had tension with Suge Knight, a man most of the industry genuinely feared. Suge ran Death Row Records, home to Tupac, Snoop Dogg, and Dr. Dre, and his reputation was brutal. He ruled through intimidation, violence, and fear, and insiders have said people weren't just cautious around Suge, they were terrified.
Do you believe Diddy had anything to do with it? Because it sounds to me like you're more convinced that Snoop Dogg had more to do with it. Was Diddy involved at all, do you think?
Well,
and if it wasn't him, then who do you think ultimately ordered that hit?
This is the thing. This is what I do know. I know Keefy D says that Puffy and them approached him and gave them money. Keefy D says he go to prison for the Tupac. Reggie Wright Jr. gonna go to prison for Biggie's. So all these things going back and forth. You know, who knows what? Well, we do know money was paid.
Eminem didn't care about Suge Knight's reputation either. That became clear during the filming of 50 Cent into Club video. When Suge suddenly showed up with a group of gang members, the mood instantly shifted. People panicked. Grown men ran. Witnesses later described the moment as surreal, especially seeing heavily tattooed gang members arrive in broad daylight.
The first time I met 50, and I think one of the things I noticed when he first walked into the room was his presence, right? Because it just kind of felt like he's going to be a star. The charisma and the personality everything matched the intensity of his music. You know, and that first album is so classic. And the first time I met Fifth, I was, so excited to meet him. So I was just like, I started rapping all his songs to him and I didn't really let him talk.
While everyone else scrambled in fear, Eminem did the exact opposite. He walked straight outside and confronted Suge Knight and his crew face to face. No security, no hesitation, no backup. Just Eminem standing there like he had nothing to lose. People who witnessed it later said that was the moment they realized he was different. Not just a rapper, but someone who genuinely wasn't afraid. In the end, Suge backed off and walked away, leaving everyone stunned. Even the gang members reportedly looked confused, like they couldn't believe what they had just seen. That reaction alone said everything. Eminem didn't avoid danger. He stared it down. Not long after that incident, he recorded a full diss track aimed directly at Suge Knight. The only reason it never officially released was because Dr. Dre stepped in and told him to leave it alone, reminding him that it wasn't his fight. Years later, the track leaked, and when people finally heard it, they understood why Dre had been concerned. The lyrics were ruthless, directly accusing Suge of irresponsibility surrounding the deaths of two of hip-hop's greatest icons. That level of boldness showed exactly how fearless Eminem truly was. And once you sit with that, the next question becomes obvious. If Eminem was willing to stand up to Suge Knight, the most feared man in hip-hop at the time, why would he ever be afraid of Diddy? Especially when looking back now, it's hard to say who was more dangerous. Suge ruled through open fear and violence. Diddy moved through power, influence, and silence. Different methods, same intimidation, yet Eminem never backed down from either. He kept going. In 2000, Eminem continued taking shots at Diddy on the Marshall Mathers LP. Some of the lines were already shocking, but one stood out as especially dark. A bar referencing Diddy's then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez hinted at uncomfortable rumors and dared anyone to respond. It wasn't subtle. It was messy, bold, and impossible to ignore. Fans replayed the track again and again, convinced Eminem was openly pointing fingers. And the wildest part, Diddy never responded. No diss track, no interview, no public clapback. Instead, both men focused on building empires. Eminem dominated rap with multi-platinum albums under Dr. Dre, while Sean Combs expanded Bad Boy and rebranded from Puff Daddy to P. Diddy, tightening his grip on music, fashion, and media. Their paths rarely crossed except at major industry events. One of the most awkward moments came in 2003 when Diddy handed Eminem a Grammy. Polite smiles, brief words, but undeniable tension. Woo, this one runs deep.
Woo, this is a tight one. And the winner is Eminem, the Eminem Show. Yes, sir.
What's especially interesting is that despite everything, Diddy has always publicly acknowledged Eminem's talent. In a Rolling Stone interview that same year, he openly ranked Eminem among the greatest MCs of all time. Diddy said that while Biggie and Tupac existed on a different level, Eminem was incredible in his own right. That wasn't shade, it was genuine respect. Even though the two never collaborated, their paths kept crossing in unexpected ways. In the early 2000s, Diddy had his eye on 50 Cent when he was the hottest new rapper out. But due to ongoing street issues tied to Ja Rule, Diddy passed on signing him. That single decision quietly changed hip-hop history.
I was in Detroit and I was there for 2 days and we recorded four songs during that time period. Ja said something about M, and he mentioned Haley. I specifically remember this moment because this is when I seen M offended by what he said. Because I wasn't intending to say anything about that. I was going to be quiet about it because I didn't want M to feel like he brought a problem. And I know he didn't understand the severity of what was going on, like in the neighborhood versus I wasn't going to invite that energy until he said that. And I was so happy because it was like Friday evening, and M, he left the recording studio, and then when he got back Monday, I had Automatic Gunfire, the whole CD, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put this out." And M was listening to it. He says, "You did this? What? When did you do this?" The whole thing, because he left. I didn't leave. We was there Friday night, all night, Saturday, all day.
Instead, 50 Cent ended up under the guidance of Eminem and Dr. Dre. What followed became rap legend. Massive sales, global fame, and one of the most successful careers ever launched. All because Diddy said no and Eminem said yes. From that moment on, 50 Cent became another unspoken reason Eminem never felt intimidated by Diddy.
Why didn't they pay Eminem?
Because he's white.
Hip hop is black music, without question. Unfortunately, for some people, it's tough to accept that you got a white artist that does it better than black artists. It is what it is.
When they would look and go, "Oh, why he sold more records than the rest of?" Oh, because he's white.
You know, and you could put either one. You could get whoever you feel like is the best black artist and stand them face to face in a room with him, and he will eat that alive.
He's the bridge culturally for hip hop culture to lose its color. For everybody to feel like they want to participate and be a part of it. No Eminem, no Rolls Royces and Ferraris for these that you see.
Like I always want to do stuff that when we're doing stuff from music that fits the makes it reminds you of the who's this guy?
After the early shots and tension, everything went strangely quiet. No diss tracks, no public exchanges, just silence. And that silence pushed people to ask deeper questions. It stopped being about rap beef and became something far more serious. Some began wondering whether Eminem believed Diddy was connected to Tupac's death. That question exploded in 2015 with the release of Murder Rap, Inside the Biggie and Tupac Murders. In the documentary, retired LAPD detective Greg Kading outlined his investigation and claimed that Diddy had allegedly offered money connected to Tupac's killing, nomming Keef D in the process. The internet erupted overnight, and as expected, 50 Cent jumped in loudly, openly pushing the theory and amplifying the accusations. It wasn't subtle. It was aggressive, public, and clearly meant to provoke a reaction.
Yeah, and he even said that, like, in retrospect, that was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to Puffy. By Zip stealing the money, now Puffy isn't connected to that. Or else it would have been like for hire or something. You know what I'm saying?
The FBI said they were just Zip.
So the FBI told you
he was a dirty motherfucker, yeah.
So the FBI told you that Zip kept that money as well.
They said Zip's a dirty motherfucker. Everybody crossed you. He's the last one to know everything. Even lawyers, your friends, everybody can cross your ass.
Eminem stayed quiet at first, but when he finally spoke, it surprised everyone. In 2018, during his feud with Machine Gun Kelly, Eminem released Killshot. Near the end of the track, he casually referenced Diddy in what sounded like a joke, but given the timing, it felt far from accidental.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
Because you listen, 7 years ago, I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody? But no, you do it like a journalist.
Yeah. No, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which we never believed, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
The internet immediately went into meltdown mode. Fans replayed the line repeatedly, debating whether Eminem crossed a line or was hinting at something deeper. Knowing Eminem, nothing he says is random. That led to one big question: if it meant nothing, why say it at all? Behind the scenes, reactions were reportedly tense. Joe Budden later claimed on his podcast that Diddy was furious when he heard Killshot. According to Budden, Diddy believed the situation was under control and that he could address it if he chose to. That alone was telling, especially after years of ignoring Eminem's jabs. This one clearly struck a nerve. Tupac has always been a sensitive topic for Diddy, who has consistently denied any involvement and avoided the subject whenever possible.
Did y'all really call Interscope to try to shelve this?
No. I never made a call to Diddy, really? I got Diddy's number, just hit him up. Yo, Diddy, what up? Never happened.
Later, when Eminem discussed the MGK beef in interviews, he made one thing clear. He and Diddy weren't close at all. He suggested they didn't talk, didn't have each other's numbers, and never checked in privately. There were no secret conversations or behind-the-scenes connections. After 2018, it looked like both men were content keeping their distance entirely.
Next idiot asked me is getting his beat worse than Diddy did.
In 2020, Eminem released Music to Be Murdered By, and once again Diddy's name surfaced. This time it appeared briefly on Godzilla. The mention was quick and almost casual, but still intentional. By then, the pattern was impossible to ignore. Eminem didn't fear Diddy, didn't avoid him, and never felt pressure to stay silent. Even when topics became controversial, he kept speaking. That same year, just when things seemed settled, chaos returned. In June 2020, an unreleased Eminem verse leaked online, recorded earlier for a remix of Conway the Machine, Bang. In that original verse, Eminem took a direct shot at Diddy's media company, Revolt TV. Fans immediately caught it, screenshots spread, and the same question resurfaced. Why does Eminem keep pushing this line? Less than a day later, Eminem apologized publicly, explaining the verse was written emotionally, never meant to be released, and that he respected Revolt. It felt like rare damage control. Things went quiet again briefly. That calm ended in late 2023 when Diddy's public image unraveled after multiple allegations surfaced, culminating in a lawsuit from Cassie that included serious and deeply troubling claims.
Your parties are the hottest ticket around.
You're going to hear about my party. They're going to be shutting them down. They're going to probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we want to have a good time.
Got the Diddy okay, so you spent your whole day. Next to no Biggie, no Jay, next to Taylor Swift.
Then on Antichrist, Eminem.
Around the same time, Keefe D was arrested, the same figure who had long spoken publicly about alleged ties between Diddy and Tupac's killing. For years, those claims had circulated online, but now the situation felt very real. Suddenly, Eminem's past references no longer sounded like jokes or provocation. Against that backdrop, Eminem released The Death of Slim Shady. This time he didn't hold back. On the track Bad One, he directly mocked the infamous parties tied to Diddy and the rumors surrounding them. The tone was sharp and uncomfortable, stripped of humor or playfulness. It felt less like a diss and more like a public call-out of behavior Eminem seemed to believe had gone unchecked for years. The timing made the message impossible to ignore, especially given everything unfolding in real life.
Has anybody heard of Eminem? You may not like some of the words he uses, but the man is brilliant. These are lyrics from Eminem, and he says, we can just say, what? I'm like a rapper. R-A-P-E-R. Got so many essays. Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, Diddy. He's clearly calling Combs a rapper.
Eminem referenced disturbing footage connected to Cassie's allegations, echoing details that were dominating headlines. By that point, it was clear he wasn't chasing shock value. He was reacting to real events. The most explosive moment came on Fuel, where Eminem used blunt wordplay that felt like a clear line drawn in the sand. He twisted the word rapper into something far darker, directly tying it to accusations that had shaken the industry. Just when listeners thought it couldn't get heavier, Eminem followed with a line referencing both Biggie and Tupac. He suggested they should still be alive while implying he wanted no conflict with Diddy out of fear history could repeat itself. It wasn't subtle or symbolic. It was Eminem openly saying what many had long thought but were too afraid to say out loud.
Come on, Playboy. 50 Cent.
When Diddy calls you with love and your biceps are shining, your body is perfect, and you're in your prime, don't forget to take Slim Shady with you.
Meanwhile, Diddy appeared to be taking the situation seriously. After 50 Cent released his documentary, reports claimed Diddy sent him funeral flowers, a gesture many interpreted as a warning rather than a joke. If that's how he responded to criticism, it isn't hard to imagine Eminem landing on that same radar. When you step back and look at everything together, one conclusion stands out. Eminem has never been afraid, not of Suge Knight, not of Diddy, and not of powerful figures who control the industry through influence and intimidation. Throughout his career, he said exactly what he wanted when he wanted and about whoever he chose. That fearlessness may explain why Diddy never openly challenged him. The lyrics, the timing. The repeated references and the long stretches of silence all raise deeper questions. Was Eminem simply fearless by nature, or did he know things others did? Did Diddy's power ever truly reach him, or was Eminem always untouchable in his own way? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this story clearly isn't finished yet. And don't forget to subscribe, more deep dive stories are coming next.